It's a beautiful evening here in Demers, GA. Matt Godrowski and Simon Johnstone bringing you the action from Cave Arena, where the Piedmont Volleyball team hosts their first match of the new year. Simon, we're back at Cave Arena.
It's amazing to be back after a long summer and a long time waiting. The Lady Lions haven't had to wait just as long. They've been underway in the season. They kicked it off last weekend, heading out to a quad match where they've gotten a couple matches under their belt. They're currently coming in with a record of 1-7 overall. Tough start to the season, but a lot of promising players that we're going to get to in a quick moment. Across the net from them is a very worthy opponent of Toccoa Falls. They're coming in with a record of 8-2, so riding high in a lot of momentum so far as the starting lineups are being announced. Head coach Jamie McCormack has actually shifted the strategy a little bit. We're going to get to that in a second, but first we're going to cover the starting lineups. First, with your Piedmont Lady Lions, starting at the setter position is Vanessa Manzo. She's currently the sole setter for the team. Up front, we've got a big hitting combination of Katie Hubbard, Jessica Sconyers, Jenna Ash, freshman Kaylee Ashcraft, who has made herself a big name so far this season. In the back, we've got Taylor Herman as well as Destiny Dietz playing that filler role. And then for Toccoa Falls, a squad of Paige Schaus, Addison Walters, Michaela Thompson, Sierra Wolf, Rebecca Harrison, Anna Cox, and Julia Mindell are their first six out on the court. Like we mentioned earlier, Vanessa Manzo, the first and only setter on the court so far this season. It's a little different than last year, Matt, and that's mostly because last year they ran two setters in a rotation. They had setter Brooklyn Gunn as well as Vanessa Manzo. So far, head coach Jamie McCormack looking to shift it a little bit, have Vanessa Manzo play up front as well as behind. They run a rotation called a 5-1 where they have 5 hitters and just that one setter. So Manzo going to have to be a big presence up front when she's at the net. She's going to be forced to block some of those tall bodies we see across the net in those yellow jerseys. But overall, this team brings a ton of energy. Home opener in Cave Arena. It's going to be a good one. I'm excited, Matt. How do you feel?
I feel grateful to have you as my side because you just absolutely took it by storm there and you explained it in a way that was far more intelligible than I ever could have explained that. So I'm very grateful to have you next to me for yet another season, Simon Johnstone. And we're grateful to get started as we see the Screaming Eagles get started. Anna Cox back to serve. The Screaming Eagles wearing the gold tops and blue bottoms. The libero, Julia Mindell, wearing the blue top with the almost a gold stripes along the sleeves, like she's sponsored by Frosted Flakes.
Interesting stripes design for sure for the Toccoa Falls Screaming Eagles, and then across the net, of course, your Piedmont Lady Lions wearing their classic blackout. We do have a theme here today for all the fans joining us. It is a blackout. You can see a couple of blacked out individuals in the stands inside of Cave Arena here today, hoping to bring a little bit more team spirit, bring the team morale up, and we're about to get underway with the first serve.
As we wait for the teams to get set, Anna Cox, once again, back to serve. The serve is up, and volleyball's back in Cave Arena, and we're underway. Ash with the bump. Manzo with the set. Here's an attack by Ashcraft, and that's kept alive by the Screaming Eagles. Here's a return going back the other way. Kept alive by the Lions. Ash with the attack now. Kept alive yet again by the Screaming Eagles. Already fearsome rally so far. Screaming Eagles getting set off the block. And that one, just a little too much Texas Pete on it. Michaela Thompson just overshoots her mark just a little bit, and the first point is awarded to the Lions.
Those Lady Lions are so threatening up front. To kick off the season, your kill leaders are Katie Hubbard in the middle, as well as Kaylee Ashcraft, the freshman, and Jessica Sconyers. A couple names you're going to be hearing a lot tonight as we continue.
Speaking of Ashcraft, she's back to serve to start things off. Manzo's going to keep it alive. Dietz will dump it over the top. Screaming Eagles getting set. Here's the attack by Thompson yet again. Ashcraft will get the dig. Attack by Hubbard. Off the libero. And that's another point for the Lady Lions. Julia Mindell just not able to corral that, get a clean dig to keep that rally alive. Already 2-0 Lions. Ashcraft back to serve yet again. And call it an ace. Just off of the outstretched arms of Rebecca Harrison. 3-0.
Serve there on the floater. Kept it low. Had a lot of movement there. Hard to keep your eye and track it to get a good pass. Ashcraft, such a weapon behind the baseline.
Mendel's going to pop it up, and Hubbard's going to dump it over. Kept alive barely by the Eagles. Manzo will bump it over. Mendel, here's the set, and the attack just gets through the Lions block. Dietz will pop it over. Thompson keeps it alive. Here's the set for the outside hitter. Ashcraft keeps it alive, and that one goes into the net. Manzo tries to keep it alive, ends up saying it under the net. First point for Toccoa Falls.
Quite the start for the Lady Lions. They're getting a lot of attack early, and they've been able to keep those Screaming Eagles out of system, which has been key to jumping out to this early 3-1 lead.
See a substitution already for Toccoa Falls as action gets back underway. Manzo's going to set it up. Ash gets the attack through. And Jenna Ash, she hasn't generated too many kills so far this season, but that's her first one of the night.
Jenna Ash, a little bit of a slower start this year. We know how capable she is and how much swing power she possesses. As Matt just mentioned, a little bit of a slower start this season, but if we know anything about Jenna Ash, she comes out to every match swinging.
Thompson's going to pop it over. Manzo with the bump. Herman sent it up for Hubbard. Hubbard with the attack, kept alive by the Screaming Eagles. Here's the counter. Ashcraft will keep it up. And Manzo will bump it over after the Taylor Herman's able to keep it alive. That attack by the Screaming Eagles gets through, and Taylor Herman just not able to get to that one. 4-2, and the Screaming Eagles looking to rally back here. Screaming Eagles getting sets here. Wolf back to serve. Manzo with the set. Looking for Ash. Ash gets it through. Her second kill of the night. 5-2 Lions. 2 kills already for Jenna Ash.
And what do you know? My prediction rendered completely false. Brooklyn Gunn going to check in for Vanessa Manzo. So we're going to see Brooklyn Gunn here, second setter on the court. Vanessa Manzo is going to check out for a bit. Brooklyn Gunn not seeing a ton of court thus far, so we're excited to see what she can do here at home.
Brooklyn Gunn, the senior from York, South Carolina, helps get things going for Piedmont. Keeps the momentum going as Piedmont able to register another point. 6-2 the lead now. Gunn back to serve yet again. Screaming Eagles let that go, and that one just misses catching that back line. Good discipline there to let that one go. 6-3, Screaming Eagles trying to scream back.
Little slow start for the Screaming Eagles. We talked about the record, 8-2 coming in, so they got a lot of momentum. But this formidable Lions defense isn't going to let any free points go their way.
Gunn with the set. Sconyers with the attack, kept alive by Toccoa Falls. That one fights through the block. Gunn will set. Sconyers with the attack, kept alive by Mendel. Block up front, and the Screaming Eagles aren't able to get back to it and keep it alive. Piedmont up to a roaring start here in the home opener.
Fantastic touch by Jessica Sconyers. They're extending her frame all the way up to make sure she gets a hand on it. Great defensive effort there from the 6-foot-tall middle.
Now, Abigail Shaw back to serve for the Lions. Eagles trying to attack. That one gets sent straight into the side of the net.
Abigail Shaw getting a good amount of play time so far this season as well. She currently has got 61 digs on the season, so a great defensive player to have in your back line. Ball going to receive by Toccoa Falls. Attack finds the hands of Taylor Herman, which is going to fly up into our top balcony. Great attack there by Toccoa Falls, specifically by Paige Schaus. Lead's going to be cut down to 8-4 in favor of the Lions.
Schaus with the screamer of an attack there from the Screaming Eagle. Herman just not able to get a hold of it. Screaming Eagles with the serve. Gung with the set. Attacked by Sconyers. Kept alive. And Toccoa Falls won't be able to get to that one either. It's another kill for the Lions. That one goes to Jessica Sconyers, the junior. And now Sconyers will go back to serve. What jumps out at you so far?
Honestly, I think it's a switch to move back Brooklyn Gunn into that 6-2 formation. I'll elaborate here as another great attack from Toccoa Falls gets stunted on by the Lady Lions. basically what I'm trying to say is Brooklyn Gunn in the back line, Vanessa Manzo playing in the back line, that opens up the chance to have 3 attackers in your front line, one in the middle, one on the outside, and one on the right side. So those blockers have to face 3 options instead of just 2, allowing for those big hitters of the Lady Lions to have an isolated one-on-one, opening up more lanes for them to attack.
10-4 the score. Lions are ahead after another attacking error by the Screaming Eagles. Here's an attack by Ashcraft. She pops that one over. Just a little quick punch. That one's blocked up front by Dietz. And it'll be another point for the Lady Lions. They lead 11-4.
Absolutely beautiful save there from Mary Grayshaw in that back line. Mentioned her digs a little bit earlier. She is such a defensive weapon, keeps so many points alive for these Lady Lions.
Here's the attack by Toccoa Falls. Gunn bumps it up. McDonald will pop it over. Here's the fake set as that one goes over. Ashcraft on the attack, and that one gets sent straight to the side of the net. Point awarded to Toccoa Falls. I'll go down as an attacking error on Kaylee Ashcraft. What seems to jump out at me so far has been the attacking errors. 6-1. The comparison right now, Toccoa Falls with the larger figure there.
Lady Lions playing very in system thus far, really getting it to their setter and giving her options to set it out to all 3 of those attackers. And on the other side, Toccoa Falls, they're getting pressured by those little dink touches that the Lady Lions are having, which sends them out of system, making them scramble to try and get an attack at all.
Well, beautiful block by Sierra Wolf gets another point for Toccoa Falls. Now they're looking to try and keep things going here with the momentum. This time we'll see, look to be another attacking error, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know if that's going to be marked down exactly as an attacking error. It was, again, that weird bump from a great touch and spot by one of the Lady Lions, and it resulted in scramble play, their outside hitter trying to just put it back over the net to keep the point alive, but no dice there.
So Lions lead by 6, 9 away from taking the first set. This one. Getting set. Another point. This time it's awarded to Toccoa Falls. Lions lead by 5. And as I've been corrected, they're 13 points away, not 9. Thank you, Simon Johnstone. The amazing things that I could not do without you right here. Jenna Ash able to pop that one over. Another point for the Lions, leading by 6, 13-7. And now they've passed that halfway margin.
Brilliant roll there from Jenna Ash, just keeping the point in play, not overdoing it, not overswinging. That was kind of something we saw last year, Matt, was there were a couple times where the ladies would go up for a kill, and next thing you know, it's sailing 16 feet out of bounds as that serve is going to sail about 16 feet out of bounds from number 26, Kaylee Ashcraft. So service error there for the Lady Lions, one of the few thus far, just the second on the day. But it seems like the Lady Lions this year are a little bit more controlled, a little more conservative in terms of when to attack. So I think that's been helping them cut down on those attacking errors.
Here's another attack by the Screaming Eagles. Lions able to recuperate. Hubbard with the attack. It's kept alive by Toccoa Falls. Herman tries to get a dig off of that attack. Not able to keep it alive for the Lions. Another point for Toccoa Falls. They now close in on that Lions lead, now only down by 4. Here's the serve. Hubbard. Manzo with the set. Going back to Hubbard. Hubbard's going to pop it over. Kept alive by Toccoa Falls. Mindel staying it up. And I guess it looked like it was a poorly timed jump there by, I believe that was Amelia Azevedo. Azevedo, I don't know if it was a slip, a stumble, just a poorly timed jump or what, but just not able to get in the right position for a formidable attack.
May have been a miscue between what the setter wanted to set and what she wanted as a set, but that attack once again by Azevedo, if I pronounce that name correctly, is going to go wide. Lions running a bit of a momentum swing here as Taylor Herman stands back once again to continue the streak serving.
Herman sends it over. Mindel pops it up. Azevedo blocked up front, kept alive by the Screaming Eagles. Mindel for Azevedo yet again. That one gets over this time. Manzo sets up for Sconyers, blocked up front. I believe that was Wolf yet again. Wolf playing hungry out there. Already her second block. Results in another point for Toccoa Falls. They're down 15-10. Wolf back to serve now. Ashcraft set by Manzo. Sconyers will punch it over. Toccoa Falls keeps it alive. Another punch over. Ashcraft keeps that one going. Manzo, a set for Ash. Ash gets that one down.
Ashcraft, such a powerful hitter on the right side. Just one of the pieces of evidence there with another great kill. That is going to be her third on the day. Great job by Jenna Ash getting off to such a strong start tonight.
And we'll see Manzo get subbed out by McDonald, and we'll see Gunn come in for Jenna Ash. Gunn will come back to serve. Lions are up by 6. Gunn with the serve. Wolf. Another attack, and I just realized that Toccoa Falls had subbed out their libero, Jillian Mintel.
Libero has to step out for one of the two middles, so it's kind of an interesting situation where the libero is basically a placeholder for the ability to run two middles on the court. So you see one of the middles, number 2, Peja Schaus. She served earlier in this match, so that means the other middle didn't have to serve. So she steps out, lets the other middle serve. Next thing you know, she's back in to play defense.
Back to the action. McDonald's going to send that one over. Mindel, the libero, keeps it alive. Here's a setup for Azevedo. Azevedo gets that one through the block, and it's another point for the Screaming Eagles. (16-12). Screaming Eagles trying to scream back. Here's the attack. Herman set by Gunn, looking for McDonald. McDonald blocked up front. The Screaming Eagles, they are absolutely flocking the front of that net, not letting a lot of attacks get through.
That front line of the Eagles are doing a fantastic job putting pressure on the Lady Lions attackers, usually stacking 2 or 3 blockers, being able to read Brooklyn Gunn a little too well here. As a back row attack from Katie Hubbard, not going to render any results. It's going to sail just a little bit deep here. So bit of a run here for Toccoa Falls. Lead shuts down to just 16-14 in favor of the Lady Lions.
Back to serve yet again is Jaden Gerard for the Screaming Eagles. Gunn with the set. Hubbard with the attack blocked up front, kept alive. We'll see a whistle there. Apparently did not go off of the Screaming Eagles and instead went into the side of the net. We'll see a timeout called by Coach McCormack and the Lady Lions. They've seen their lead diminish down to just 1 as we approach hopefully the conclusion of the first set. Simon, what have you noticed so far from the Lady Lions?
Well, statistically speaking, there's not much of a difference between the two teams, and obviously the scoreline reflects that as just it's a 1-point lead for your Lady Lions. But the Lady Lions started off super strong, and part of it was they looked calm, they looked collected, they looked to know when to attack, when to place those tips or rolls, finding those short areas where the Toccoa Falls Eagles weren't covering it. Next thing you know, Toccoa Falls start shutting down a couple more attacks. They start getting some blocks. Those little corner cuts that they want to do for tips are starting to get covered. So now they're starting to swing a little bit harder, swing a little bit more reckless, if you will, and that's generating more and more attacking errors. So head coach Jay McCormack, I'm assuming he's just going to say, hey, let's look to clean it up a little bit, calm down. We have the power up front to shut down these Toccoa Falls Eagles, and let's see if they can render it here.
Toccoa Falls sure has seemed to clean up their attacking errors. Mindel keeps it alive. Screaming errors. Azevedo with the attack. Popped up by Ashcraft into the rafters. Herman will set it up for Gunn. Gunn's going to reverse it over. Here's the set, and that one, a little light pop over the top. Hubbard with the attack. It finds the in line. Another point for the Lady Lions. Back to my point. Toccoa Falls has really been cleaning up on those attacking errors. I believe they had 8 attacking errors so far, and they've been looking at a negative hitting percentage so far.
Yeah, that's cool.
On the verge of getting out of that negative. So they've really been able to clean up, getting a lot more clean on the attacks. Shaw back to serve for the Lions. Mindel doesn't get a clean piece of that serve. He'll go down as an ace for Mary Grace Shaw. 18-15, the Lions lead. Simon, can you think of anything interesting that happened in 18-15?
As much as I want to call myself a history nerd, nothing pops directly into mind, so I can't help you there.
If there are any historians listening to the broadcast right now, please, if you can, leave a comment in the video below and tell us something interesting that happened in the year of 1815. Well, now we're looking at 1816 now. If you think of anything 1816, go ahead and write that down too. Azevedo back to serve. Herman Gung with the set. Sconyers blocked up front. Herman, another set by Gunn, this time looking for Ashcraft. Ashcraft gets that through, but the Screaming Eagles keep it alive, able to send it over. Sconyers up front, able to get it just in front of Mendel.
Sconyers putting her hand to her head, kind of going, I can't believe that worked. It was a panic tip. Got it over the middle blocker of Schaus. Next thing you know, it's another point for your Lady Lions. Good awareness to just try and get it over, put pressure back on those Eagles. Sconyers now drops back to serve.
And Sconyers will send that one into the net. That'll be service error. Third service error we've seen in this game, and the third we've seen by the Lions. Could that pose as an issue, Simon?
Does that? Or
will it? Either.
Does that? No. 3 is a good enough number to live with, especially with how strong this attack is. Will it?
We'll see.
3 so far in a match is a little scary, but they've shown already they know how to clean up their mistakes, so I'm not too paranoid just yet.
Lions lead 2017. I can think of something interesting that happened in 2017, but Atlanta Falcons fans won't want me to remind them of that. Screaming Eagles getting set. Here's the attack. That one misses the mark. 21-17. Lions lead. So now we look into the future. And speaking of the future, how about these freshmen for the Piedmont Lions?
Headed by Kaylee Ashcraft. We mentioned her name a couple times here today. She has been such a fantastic addition to this squad because she's already tied with the lead in kills. According to this pamphlet that we were given at the start of this match, she actually does lead the team in kills. Not only that, she can cover from behind, has 66 digs on the season, and a couple set assists as well with 20 and 7 blocks. So she is such an all-arounder. You put her anywhere on the court, any job you give her, she will know what to do, and she will know how to do it fantastically.
Only a pair of freshmen in this Piedmont class this year. Ashcraft, one of them. Speaking of Ashcraft, just sent that one into the side of the net. Also a freshman on the roster for the Lions. Alex Wingate, freshman, defensive specialist from Jackson, Georgia. Ash Manzo getting set for Dietz. Dietz sends it over. Toccoa Falls keeps it alive, and that one gets sent over. Manzo with the set. Dietz gets that one through again. Mendel keeping it alive this time. Here's another attack, and that one overshoots the mark just a bit. An absolute rocket sent into the Piedmont bench. 22-19 Lions lead. 3 points away from taking the first set. Ashcraft is back to serve. Ashcraft, Mendel pops it up. Cox getting that one set. Another attacking error by the Screaming Eagles.
There seems to be just a little disconnect from setter Cox as well as their hitters. Not exactly sure why, but a lot of balls are currently being set behind. It must be a tempo thing that the Toccoa Falls Eagles are going to have to figure out. But story of the first set thus far has been service errors for your Lady Lions, and another one hits the top of the tape there and stays on their side. So the lead drops to just 23-20 in favor of the Lady Lions.
Fourth service error for the Lady Lions in this first set. 23-20 the score. 2023 if you're looking at it from our vantage point. Welcome to this year. 21-23 the score now. Lions are down by 2, and actually we see a correction here. Looks like the point will be awarded back to the Lions. The officials going to rule that it was tipped up front. So 24-21 match point for the Lady Lions. Taylor Herman, the libero, back to serve. 24-20, 2024 from our vantage point. That's my graduation year, and that gives me a mixed feeling. Here's the serve by Herman into the side of the net. A chance for the Screaming Eagles. They're down by 3. Need to rally here, otherwise it's the end of the set.
And a scary group faces them across the net with Scaniers, Hubbard, and Ash across the way. Manzo going to have the set here, gives it out to Ash on the attack. Going to find the tip, and that's going to be set number 1 being given to the Lady Lions. Final score of 25-21. Great job of the Lady Lions to not waver from those service errors and get the side out immediately. So your Lady Lions going to be up 1-0 at the start of this one tonight. Toccoa Falls is going to have to figure out a way to make a comeback. Matt, what are your thoughts on this first set?
I think that the Lions are absolutely hot on the attacking. The outside hitters have been phenomenal, specifically Jenna Ash and Kaylee Ashcraft, especially also Katie Hubbard. And we've even seen Jessica Scaniers up front contributing to the kill total. 11 kills for the Lady Lions in that first set. A differential of 3, a point differential of 4. Coincidence? I think not. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll get things started with the second set of action and see if the Lions can go up 2-0. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Welcome back, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Lions took the first set, final score 25-21. Now get started with the second set. And we did a little research, a little bit of investigative journalism, if you will, looking into the recent success of Toccoa Falls College. They swept in their last quad match, defeating Bob Jones, Trinity Baptist, back in September 8th, and then the following day defeated Pensacola Christian, and now they find themselves here in Cave Arena and down 1-0 here in set number 2.
Contrary to popular belief, Bob Jones is actually a university and not just one guy. They played a 6v1. But as we get this second set underway, Jenna Ash going to pick up right where she left off with her perfect hitting percentage. Hopefully, commentator's curse doesn't exactly hit her, but she's 6 for 6 on attack. 6 attacks, 6 kills. Point going to be handed right back to the Toccoa Falls Screaming Eagles, though, on another service error for your Lady Lions, the 5th of the evening thus far.
4 service errors in that first set alone. Michaela Thompson back to serve for Toccoa Falls. That one's kept up. Manzo with the set, attacked by Ash, and that one's kept alive. Dietz up front. Toccoa Falls not able to keep that one up this time. 2-1 Lions lead, and I think that's the first attack we've seen from Jenna Ash that has not resulted in a kill.
You are correct, indeed.
Come it, Simon Johnstone. Sportscaster's curse at its finest right there.
I was tempted and I pulled the trigger, and unfortunately it didn't work in our favor. Another service error again, this time I believe from Kaylee Ashcraft. 2 points for the Screaming Eagles, 2 service errors from the Lady Lions. Yet to figure out their serving woes thus far.
Already half the service error total that we saw in the first set, and it's only 2-2. Manzo setting it up. Ash with the attack, kept alive by Toccoa Falls. Blocked up front by the Lions. Here's the counterattack, and not able to get that one over. It looked like Addison Walters had to try to hustle up front and in a last-ditch effort to try and pop that one over. Just hits the side of the net, just kisses it, if you will. Almost like a cheesy rom-com. 3-2 Lions lead. Here's the attack. I believe that one was off by just a tad. 4-2 Lions lead. Herman back to serve yet again.
Bit of a sloppy start here for Toccoa Falls. They've obviously got their 2 points from those service errors, but they're already looking at 13 total on the evening in terms of attacking errors. So a rough start here. They're going to have to clean it up tonight.
And Katie Hubbard puts her hand through that one, and that was a rocket that was aiming for the moon and landed on Mars. 4-3 the Lions lead. Back to serve is Jaden Gerard. Gerard's serve is held cleanly by Herman. A powerful attack by Ash and another kill, her 6th.
Not many players across the net are going to be able to dig that one up and keep it in play. Another fantastic attack from Jenna Ash. So far the standout player for the Lady Lions. She has been swinging guns a-blazing, getting another kill, which I believe was her 7th on the night.
I mean, her spikes look like meteor strikes out there. They probably leave a little bit of ash as they hit the hardwood, if I'm being all honest here. Skyers the attack straight into the hardwood. 6-3 Lions lead, back-to-back kills. Brooklyn Gunn back to serve. Here's something we love to see. The Lions bench getting loud, getting proud, making some noise in the cave. Ashcraft, here's the set by Gunn, looking for Hubbard. Hubbard gets that through. Mindel keeps it alive. Here's the set for Azevedo. Azevedo gets that one in between the paint stripes.
And speaking of that Lady Lions bench, you saw and heard their energy just a little bit earlier. I had the chance to talk to outside hitter, Katie Hubbard a little earlier this week. She talked about how much better the team chemistry is this year. Everyone is rooting for each other. Everyone is pushing. They're supportive if someone makes a mistake. And I think that's really boosting the confidence and boosting the energy of everyone around each other. So great words of wisdom there from sophomore Katie Hubbard. And of course, so far it looks like it is rendering a good amount of results, Matt.
A lot of good results. I mean, just look at the scoreboard. Lions lead 7-4. Shaw back to serve. Mary Grace Shaw. I think I realized I was just calling her Abby Grace Shaw last set. My apologies there, Mary Grace. Gunn's going to keep it alive. Herman with the bump. Attack by Ashcraft. That one gets through. Mindel with the diving effort to keep it alive. Thompson with the attack. Shaw with the dig to keep it going. Here's the attack by Ashcraft again. That one gets through the attack by the Screaming Eagles. Here's the set. And that one overshoots a bit. It almost looked like I was watching a field goal from Monday Night Football last night.
Well, you really hope you weren't the Bills kicker in that situation, but regardless, another attacking error by the Soaring Eagles. Number 14 on the night.
I mean, Tyler Bass had a good night outside. I wouldn't say he was really bad last night. If I blame anyone, I would blame the punt team on that last play in overtime. 9-4. Lions lead after another attacking error by the Screaming Eagles. Goes into the side of the net. Shaw back to serve yet again. Screaming Eagles almost did a team ready for that, and now we see the shiftiness up front by Anna Cox. Left the Lions sleeping like Daniel was in the Lions' den. 9-5. Screaming Eagles trying to soar back here. Down by 4 here in the second set. Back to serve is Paige Schaus. Sorry for my... I guess I got a little tongue-tied there. My mistake there.
We're going to see a double call on setter Brooklyn Gunn there. A rare setting error, might just be the first one of the night.
Shaw keeps it alive from that serve. Ashcraft going to bump it over. Keeps things alive for the Lady Lions. Cox with the set. Wolf sends it over. Herman looking for McDonald, who punches it over. Set. Here's the attack by Thompson. A little too much mustard on that one. I don't like mustard on my hot dogs. No, thank you.
Great communication there by the Lady Lions back line. They saw it going out and pulled off Shaw as well as Herman to let that one sail deep. Just great awareness. The Lions bench as well getting vocal, making sure they're calling that one deep as well.
Cox with the set. Wolf punches it over. A diving effort by Sconyers keeps it alive. Cox up front, blocked by Hubbard. Here's the attack by Thompson as that one gets sent over. Gunn keeps it alive. Almost a team bump there by Shaw and Sconyers. Shaw was the one who got the contact there. Ashcraft gets a piece of it. Gunn back to Ashcraft, gets it through. Mindel, what a rally here. Wolf with the attack, kept alive by Mary Grace Shaw. Sconyers for Shaw. Shaw bumps it over. A long-winded attack, and the Lions end up with the short end of the stick. 10-7. What a rally there, and what an effort by Toccoa Falls on that one.
Absolutely grueling rally. Lady Lions really unable to find themselves in system. They're kind of always scrambling. Brooklyn Gunn digging up a lot of those first touches, pulling her out of being able to set. So tough situation there, and once again, out of system for the Lady Lions is going to grant Toccoa Falls another point. They're finding themselves on a bit of a run here, just trailing by 2, 8-10.
Cox back to serve yet again. Herman set by Gunn. Here's the attack by Dietz. A little bit of deceptive attacking there by the Lions. Toccoa was ready for it though. That one gets sent through the blocks, and that one just goes past that side line. Mary Grace Shaw with a diving effort. And because it was tipped up front, it's another point for the Screaming Eagles, now down by 1. A set by Gunn. Looking for McDonald, blocked up front! Lions can't keep it alive, and the Screaming Eagles have just tied things up here.
Great run by the Screaming Eagles. They're starting to be a lot more aggressive. Starting to look like that 8-2 team in terms of record that we saw coming in. Saw them in their hitting line, so starting to look like a really threatening opponent.
Here's the set, and another attack, and another put down. That one courtesy of Addison Walters, her first kill. And we'll see a timeout call by Coach McCormack yet again. Screaming Eagles have screamed all the way into the lead. They lead by 1 here in set number 2. We're going to take a brief momentary break. When we come back, we'll have more action here from Cave Arena. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Welcome back to Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. The Screaming Eagles from Toccoa Falls have come back here in set number 2. They were down by as much as 5, now lead by 1 as the buzzer's about to sound. Matt Kudrowski and Simon Johnstone here at the Cave. Cox back to serve for the Screaming Eagles. We're back underway. Gunn bumps it over. Here's a set by Cox. Screaming Eagles get it over. Recovered by the Lions. Dietz sends it over. Here's the set for Thompson. Thompson gets that one over. Dig by Herman. Set by Gunn. Attacked by Ashcraft. That one off the blockers and out of bounds. Lions credit with the point and even things up here at 11. Simon, what have you seen here in set number 2 that has been different from set number 1 and might be a cause for reason as to why the Lions find themselves in the position they're in right now?
Well, Toccoa Falls have done a great job of opening up the attack just a little bit more. They're finding those outside hitters. They're giving the middle opportunities to have those one-on-ones right now with Destiny Dietz, sometimes with Jessica Sconiers earlier. And what that's doing is giving those outside hitters more freedom. We saw a lot more line shots, which are so difficult to cover on the defensive end. On the other side of the court, initially we saw a lot of scrambling. We talked about it a little bit earlier. Toccoa Falls did such a fantastic job keeping them out of system, pulling Brooklyn Gunn, making her unable to set. So far Toccoa Falls, we're doing a great job, but what an attack from Ashcraft there, grabbing herself another kill. And it looks like the Lady Lions are finally taking a deep breath, calming down a little bit, and they're able to set themselves up, find themselves in position to really generate a strong attack.
I would say that attack by Ashcraft was like the second part of her name, Crafty. Lions lead by 1. Screaming Eagles looking to rally there. Thompson with the attacking error, looking to kiss that sideline like you were saying. Another attacking error, and that seems to be a theme from Toccoa Falls, and that's honestly been a big reason as to why the Lions have been able to generate so many points in these sets.
Based off the little data we've been given, of course, this is our first time watching them with our 2 own eyes. They seem to be a team that quote-unquote goes for broke. When they're hot, they are hot. They are a scary team to face, but sometimes they hit these dips or these waves where next thing you know, nothing is finding the other side of the court. So they're going to have to try and clean it up a little bit here as the lead is still tight with the Lions leading by just 1, 13-12.
We see a lift call by Jenna Ash. That point is given right back as we see a service error from Thompson that goes into the side of the net. First lift call we've seen all game.
It's very rare that a lift call isn't given to the setter. Typically it's called when the setter lets the ball drop just a little bit too deep in her hands, but this time Jenna Ash almost scooping the pass to her teammates.
Attacked by the Screaming Eagles, looking again to try and find that line. Do not find it. Lions lead by 3. Ashcraft back to serve yet again.
Attacking error number 18 for the Screaming Eagles. It's one of those dips we're talking about, one of those lulls. Great serve by Ashcraft, sending everyone out of system. Great job there. Toccoa Falls going to be calling a timeout here. Have to reorganize before this league gets too far out of hand. Lady Lions currently leading by 4. Matt, just before we step away, any thoughts on how the Lady Lions have recovered thus far?
I think they've recovered greatly. I think they've managed to. There's something that Coach McCormack definitely said in that last timeout. Something along the lines of, come on, we need to clean up the attacking errors. We need to be more consistent with the attacks, make sure we're having better ball placement, and make sure that we're reading these attacks better. And based off of what we see, when we see the good attacks that are getting through, and as well as the serves, we're seeing the Screaming Eagles left in disarray. That last point that we just saw off of the serve from Ashcraft came off of a very bizarre ricochet off of Thompson into the side of the net, and the Screaming Eagles just not able to recover and get it sent over. Lions up by 4. We're back in action. Ashcraft sends back over. Thompson, Cox, looking for Walters. That one gets sent into the side of the net. Toccoa Falls not able to recover. Another point for the Lady Lions. They're back up by 5. Ashcraft back to serve yet again.
And Matt, as you were just saying, Ashcraft doing so well, throwing them out of system with her serve. Service return is so important, and right now Toccoa Falls can't seem to find an answer as Mindel provides Toccoa Falls the first real opportunity as it's back over to the Lady Lions. Hubbard with the attack, going to find the middle of the net. Point given to Toccoa Falls there. Great service return by Mindel. Not the wisest to usually go for the libero.
Looks like Hubbard just got a little late to that attack. Ends up sending it into the side of the net. Hubbard, here's the set by Manzo. Looking for Ash. Ash gets that one through. Jenna Ash is on fire.
Great run there by the Lady Lions. Not exactly sure what they called, but it looked like Katie Hubbard herself jumped up, faked the attack, which led the middle blocker to go herself and freed up the attack for Jenna Ash in the back row.
Azevedo able to get that one over. And it looks like not able to see the recovery on the side of the line. It's another point for Toccoa Falls. They have a chance to rally down by 4 here. Lions 7 points away from taking set number 2. Gerard back to serve. Diving effort kept alive by the Lions as Ash bumps it over. Here's the set by Cox, looking for Azevedo, blocked up front. Unable to be kept alive by Mindel. Lions are just 6 points away from set number 2. Gunn back to serve here. Mindel, Cox, looking for Azevedo, kept alive by Ashcraft. Gunn with the bump to keep things going. McDonald sends it over. Gerard, Cox, looking for Schaus, and Schaus overshoots that one into the padding that we see basketball players run into. Lions up by 6.
Another tough attack there by Toccoa Falls. That hitting percentage still in the negative, so they're getting closer. It's just negative .7 or .072, so just under about 100 points to get it to positive, but they're going to have to clean up, get some more kills if they want to find that positive number.
Skyner's able to pop it over the top. Blocked up front by Skyner's. Kept alive by Toccoa Falls. Schaus able to get that one over. A great dig by Herman to keep it going. Hubbard with the attack. Mindel with the dig. Thompson looking for Azevedo. Azevedo gets it over and finds the end line. Pinpoint accuracy from Azevedo. Screaming Eagles down by 5. Lions 5 points away from closing out the set. Azevedo, the lady who just got that last kill, back to serve. Gung with the set on her knees. McDonald able to get it over. Skyners keeps alive. McDonald, Skyners with the bump over. Mindel, a set by Cox, and the Lions weren't ready for that one. Cox finds the Lions sleeping yet again with the fake set, sends it over, and that was just a picturesque play right there by Toccoa Falls.
Absolutely beautiful play and well done. They're spreading the love on the attacking side. A couple players with 4, Wolf and Azevedo. A couple with 3 with Walters and Cox. And of course, Thompson and Schaus themselves 2 and 1 kills respectively. Overall, Toccoa Falls are doing such a great job sharing the love, spreading the love. It's just they have to clean up those attacks just a little bit. They're growing ever so closer to that hitting percentage being in the positive, just now .03 in the negatives. On the other side, the Lady Lions, 116 points in the positive. A great job thus far keeping it positive, not having too many attacking errors. It's really just their serves that have been biting them in the butt thus far.
Azevedo and the Screaming Eagles back to serve. Getting set as the Lions get ready to break the huddle. We'll break out of the timeout a little bit early. Or maybe we'll get out of it early. Clock is still running. We're in the final 10 seconds. And there it goes. There's the early buzzer. Azevedo has the phosphorescent shoes out there. Made this comment, if the lights went out, we'd still be able to find her out there. Here's the serve. Gung with the set, looking for Hubbard. Hubbard overshoots it ever so slightly.
I think I should shut my mouth, Matt, to be honest with you, because just talked about not a lot of hitting errors for the Lady Lions. Next thing you know, first point out of timeout, what happens?
Dadgummit, Simon Johnstone.
Spreading the love. First it was Jenna Ash, now it's Katie Hubbard. What's going to be next? Who knows?
Hubbard, what a way to get the Lions a chance there. That spinning ball spun around like a Beyblade. I don't know if you remember those way back in the way. Childhood. Lions not able to get control of it. They now only lead by 2. Azevedo back to serve yet again. Hubbard off the serve and out. Oh my goodness.
Azevedo catching complete fire here, wheeling and dealing from her jump float serve that has been just so devastating to the returners of the Lady Lions. Lady Lions leading by just 1 here, 20-19. It is imperative that they get a side out here and get it back in their favor.
It's not credited as an ace for Azevedo. It's credited as an attacking error, courtesy of McDonald. Thompson with the attack into the side of the net. Speaking of attacking errors, and that just takes Toccoa Falls further and further away from getting in the positive territory with that attacking percentage. We'll see a substitution as Mary Grace Shaw will come in for Katie Hubbard. Lions are up by 2. 4 points away. Shaw with the serve. Gerard. Cox setting up for Thompson. Thompson gets through. What a diving dig by Shaw. Blocked up front. Great attack there by Ashcraft. Lions managed to keep it alive. Gunn bumps it over. Gerard, a set by Cox, looking for Schaus. Schaus pops it over. Ashcraft, a set by Gunn, looking for Sconyers. Sconyers puts her hand through it, past that back line, and Toccoa Falls is back within 1. A lot of action there. Hard to keep up with.
Unfortunate ending there to such a beautifully well done hustle point by the Lady Lions. Sconyers earlier gets that dig to keep the point alive. That one just happens to sail out. As speaking of sailing out, return error going to be by Ashcraft. Next thing you know, we're all tied up 20-all. It's crunch time in the second set. Everyone's going to tighten up here. Everyone's got to lock in to try and grab these next 4 points.
All knotted up at 21. Both teams 4 points away from taking the second set. Herman with the return. Gunn looking for McDonald. McDonald just not enough. That one gets sent to the side of the net. Screaming Eagles take the lead late in the second set. They lead 22-21, 3 points away. Schaus is back to serve yet again. Ashcraft, Gunn with a fake set. Toccoa Falls able to recover. Sconyers, attack gets through the block. Thompson with the attack. A great dig by Herman keeps it alive. Looking for Ashcraft. Ashcraft with the attack. Ashcraft sends it past the back line again. Another attacking error by the Lions. They're down by 2.
Lady Lions thus far have been so clean on their attacks. We talked about just being their service errors. All of a sudden, the attack errors are starting to even out just a little bit more.
And we see another error. This one a return error off of Mary Grace Shaw. The Lions are down by 3, and we see a match point opportunity here for the Screaming Eagles, looking to try and take their first set here in set number 2.
Paige Schaus has been serving lights out thus far. Whether or not I'm trying to get a commentator's curse on her, I'm not going to say, but regardless, she is serving great. A couple of aces to her name thus far, and she's looking to close out the set at 25-21 here.
Simon Johnstone trying to weaponize his sportscaster's curse. We're not going to argue with that. Here's an attack by Sconyers. Toccoa Falls with the attack. Wolf gets it through, and Wolf with the finish. Toccoa Falls, a rallying comeback late in set number 2. 25-21 was the final in set number 1 in favor of the Lions. This time 25-21 in favor of the Screaming Eagles. We're all tied up at 1 set apiece, Simon Johnstone. What happened? Did things go right for Toccoa Falls? Did things go wrong for Piedmont? I don't know where to start.
It's a tough pill to swallow because at 17-12, the Lady Lions were up 5. They were just 8 points away from grabbing that second set, grabbing a commanding 2-sets-to-love lead in this matchup. Next thing you know, you blink, it's all tied up, and then all of a sudden you're down 4 points. You're down facing a set point because hitting errors started to creep up on you. Return errors was the big problem, in my opinion, there. They struggled to get a lot of points going, and that's credit to Toccoa Falls Screaming Eagles. They have some great servers on the other end of that net. A lot of float serves. The tricky thing about float serves is, from our vantage point, we're on the sideline, we have the same view as the camera does. It's hard to see how much movement those float serves actually have. But in reality, those things can move 6 to 7 inches left or right, so it's really hard to track because they can shift randomly with the air. So great job weaponizing their serve for the Screaming Eagles. And for the Lady Lions, they have all the tools to win. They have so many successful hitters. They've been dangerous on the attack, slowly inching towards a negative hitting percentage, but still in the positive because they've had so many kills thus far. They need to clean it up just a little bit. Number one thing, in my opinion, is just calm down. They need to take some time, pop up the service return a little bit more, try to not make it super perfect right into the setter spot, which is closer to the right side of the net, and just give Brooklyn Gunn or Vanessa Manzo the opportunity to find their hitters instead of what's going on now, which is trying to find the perfect ball followed by the perfect set, and the next thing you know, the hit is just a scramble play because they're not able to really generate an offensive attack.
Speaking of those attacks, you were bringing that up. We've seen 81 total attacks by both sides in these first 2 sets. We've seen 22 attacking errors for Toccoa Falls, 16 for the Lions. Also, speaking of errors, how about at the serving side? The Lions, 7 service errors versus 2 for the Screaming Eagles. As for aces, Toccoa Falls has been more fruitful. 4 service errors versus 3 for Piedmont. Piedmont definitely looking to clean things up after that second set. I think things got, I don't want to say sloppy or careless, but I think things got away from them a little bit. But you mentioned the credit to Toccoa Falls. Twice we saw them come back from 5 to take a lead. The second of which took the set. So the thing I'm seeing most from Toccoa Falls is this is a team that does not back down. This is a team that is resilient, and this is a team that has a lot of fight.
Absolutely. There's a reason they started their season with 8 wins and just 2 losses. They can dig deep. I don't know exactly how many matches, if they have come back from a set or 2 down, but based off of the resilience we've seen tonight, as you mentioned twice now in both sets, they've come down from a deficit of 5 to not only tie it, but take the lead. So we know this team is never going to back down. They're not a team that's going to want to go down without a fight. So what the Lady Lions need to do is always keep their foot on the gas. If they grow a lead to 20, if they grow a lead to even 24 points, the set's not done because these Soaring Eagles are always threatening to make a comeback.
Out there for both teams. You see a new player out there for Toccoa Falls, number 11, Caitlin Wollett. Also out there, Sierra Wolf, Addison Walters, Rebecca Harrison, Paige Schauss, Anna Cox, and the libero Julia Mindel. Here's the attack. Herman not able to handle it. Wolf up front with another vicious attack. Oh my goodness. Wolf has been the Wolf of Cave Arena. Forget the Wolf on Wall Street. This is the Wolf of Cave Arena.
She has definitely been the middle of the evening thus far. So aggressive and able to angle it off so well, avoiding the middle blocker themselves. Tough ball for Jenna Ash to really get any sort of attack on it. Try to keep it in play with a roll, but unfortunately hits the net. Slow start for the Lady Lions. They trail 0-2.
2-0 Screaming Eagles. Cox back to serve yet again. It's Ashcraft. Manzo with the set. Attack by Ash. Off of Mendel. Screaming Eagles not able to get to it. First point for the Lions here in set number 3. And Ashcraft will be back to serve. Ashcraft with the serve. Off the top of the net. gets over. Here's the attack by the Screaming Eagles. Able to get a point off of that. Usually you see a lot of discombobulation after a wonky set that goes off at the top of the net and just leaks over. But Toccoa Falls really keeping their heads level and able to come out of that one with a point. 3-1 the lead. Thompson back to serve. Ashcraft. Manzo looking for Ash again. Ash gets that one through. Does it go off the front? No, it does not. Point awarded to Toccoa Falls yet again. A 4-2 lead for Toccoa Falls.
We talked about the
5-1 lead for Toccoa Falls.
Talked about the last set sort of getting away from them, and following it up with this sort of start in the third set is not a good sign of what's to come. But Katie Hubbard gonna shut down my statement real quick. She's gonna get a great kill there off the block of one of the Soaring Eagles as Destiny Dietz checks out for Jessica Sconiers.
Taylor Herman back to serve. She's been outstanding back there from her defensive specialist position. Azevedo, set by Cox, attacked by Wolf. Wolf gets it through, just gets buckled between Hubbard and Sconiers and the net. Unfortunate because you're in prime position, but just not prime enough position to push that ball back over the other side of the net. Here's the service by Wolf. Manzo setting up for Sconiers. Sconiers gets it over. Cox tried to make a play off of it, ends up sending it into the hardwood. It's a 5-3 Screaming Eagles lead, but the Lions trying to come back here. We'll see Manzo get subbed out with McDonald. We'll see Gunn sub in for Ash as Gunn will step back to serve.
Brooklyn Gunn has been fantastic so far here tonight. We talked about how she has not had the biggest role thus far in the season. Mike Hurst is holding an ironclad grip over these Lady Lions thus far, as that is a service error for Brooklyn Gunn. Number 8 on the evening in terms of service errors as a team, something that they need to consistently work on as they trail by 3-6.
You're on your game with the attack, with the commentator's curse, my friend, just not for the right side if you're trying to help us out here. Attacking error by Toccoa Falls. I believe that one came off of the right hand of Gerard. 6-4 the score. Shaw will step back to serve and come in for Hubbard. Hubbard talking to Coach McCormack. Shaw with the serve off of Thompson. Cox setting up for Azevedo. Azevedo gets it through. Lions can't get a solid piece of it to pop it up.
It's actually kind of an interesting attack strategy that you can employ, and that is sometimes if you know that there's a good blocking team on the other side of you, and with such tall players like Jenna Ash, Jessica Sconiers, and Katie Hubbard, sometimes they're going to actually hit it where it would land out if no one touches it, but they aim for the hands to try and bait a touch and get a free point out of it.
There's the attack by McDonald, and I don't know if McDonald was trying to try a little bit of fight fire with fire, a little bit of anything you could do, I could do better. But I think McDonald just sent it over the top of the hands, far over the top of the blockers and into the stance. 7-5, Toccoa Falls leads. Walters, here's the punch over, 7-5. Once again the score, set by Gunn, looking for Ashcraft. Ashcraft, the attack gets through, kept alive by Toccoa Falls. Walters gets it through. Does it go off the net or off the blocker? It goes off the net. I think off of the mast. And it's not called a mast, is it?
It is not. It's traditionally called the antenna.
I can see antenna. I'm learning, folks. I'm sorry. I've done this for a little while. But even when you've called games for a little bit, you still have much to learn. See another point award to the Lions as that one, the ball kind of dances on the tightrope at the top of the net and lands on the side of Toccoa Falls. I don't know why the point would be awarded to Toccoa Falls.
The line judge pointed her flag at the ground, which indicates the ball landed in, but either the head umpire argues that he saw it out and overruled her or didn't notice that her flag was pointed down in the first place. Either way, Lions going to have to recover here.
Gunn with the set. Herman with the bump, slips, but is okay. Cox saying up for Wolf. Kept alive. Herman, and that one, Lions just not able to get set with any kind of chance to send that one back over. It's 9-6. Screaming Eagles starting to pull away here in the third set. Schaus is back to serve.
Schaus, not someone you want to see on the other side of the net. She was the one that led the Soaring Eagle, to such a commanding lead in the comeback itself in that second set. But serve well handled here by the Lions, but Wolf going to shut down that real quick. Fantastic attack and the quick set by the Soaring Eagles. They're going to jump to a 4-point lead. 10-6 is your score in favor of the Toccoa Falls Soaring Eagles. We're going to take a quick breather here and step away. Hopefully the Lady Lions can find their footing in this third set and mount a comeback. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube.
Welcome back, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Matt Katrowski and Simon Johnson as the buzzer goes off here in the middle of the third set here in Cave Arena. Lions won set number one, but Screaming Eagles came back in come from behind fashion late in set number two to take the second set and notch things up at one set apiece. Right now, the Screaming Eagles lead 10-7 after we just saw another error off of the mitts of the Screaming Eagles.
Vanessa Manzo back in the game to set and back to serve as well. Been a little quiet in terms of assisting today, just 10 on the evening thus far. Ball gonna be dug well. Slide gonna come out from Wolf. Such a powerful swing. Herman can't deal with the pace, and that one is gonna be flying out of bounds. Another kill for Wolf. Me and Matt talked about it just a little bit earlier. She had 8 kills before that. She's up to 9.
Actually, she had 9 before. Now she's up to 10. The Wolf has been absolutely killer on the floor out there today. The only person who's been able to match that intensity is the person who just got another kill. It's Jenna Ash. Oh, my goodness. That was the most picture-perfect timing that could have ever happened in the middle of that broadcast. I can take my headset and walk off right now.
I bring errors and ill will onto our team. Matt Gadrasky brings the highlights and the energy. Our curses work in very different ways, but regardless, Lady Lions trail by just 3 after a fantastic serve by Ashcraft, cutting the lead down to 2. That freshman's got one heck of a jump float, and she's going to continuously use it as a weapon to put these Soaring Eagles under pressure.
Ashcraft came into this match leading the team with service aces with 20. Ashcraft already registered another one here in this third set. Here's the attack by the Screaming Eagles, and a screaming attack through the block results in another point for Toccoa Falls. They're back up by 3. Thompson back to serve.
Uncharted territory so far for the Lady Lions in this match. They're yet to be behind and make a real comeback, so time to test their resolve and see if they can really mount something here on their back foot.
Attack by Ash is rejected up front. Lions not able to recover off of the block up front. 13th point of the set for the Screaming Eagles. They're up by 4. Thompson back to serve yet again. Ashcraft set by Manzo, looking for Hubbard. Hubbard gets it over, kept alive. Wolf with the attack. That one goes into the side of the net. We haven't seen many opportunities where Wolf has been off on her attacks. Lions trail by 3. Herman back to serve. Mindel Set by Cox, looking for Azevedo. Azevedo's attack misses the mark. Just sails on her a little bit over to the blockers and out of bounds. 13-11. Herman back to serve again. Lions trail by 2 now. Azevedo pops it up. Set by Cox, back for Azevedo. Azevedo does not leap up for it, but gets it over. Manzo setting up for Hubbard. Hubbard with the attack. Mindel with the dig. Cox setting up for Azevedo again. Azevedo with another attacking error as that one sails on her again, this time carrying past that back line. And we'll actually see a tip up front, and the point will be awarded to Toccoa Falls. Taylor Herman didn't realize the point was awarded to Piedmont. Has to send the ball back over to the other side of the hardwood. 14-11 the score. Wolf back to serve. Herman set by Manzo, looking for Ash. Ash with the attack. That's tipped up front. Or maybe not. I guess it went off the top of the net, but Kareen's out of bounds. 15-11. Wolf back to serve yet again. I'm not really sure what to make of that, but I just call it as I see it. I'm not the one who makes the calls. A little bit of miscommunication there. We'll see a whistle. And it turns out to be a good thing that the Screaming Eagles decided to not go for that one, as that ball was touching down in unallowed territory. Results in another point. Here's a service error by Wolf as that one, we see Herman do the limbo, letting that one sail over. Lions, they trail by 5, now they're down by 4. Ash is back to serve. 16-12 the score. Azevedo, Cox pops up. Azevedo sends it back over and misses the mark, as that one will result in another attacking error. And we've seen that a lot from Toccoa Falls all match long today.
27 on the night thus far. Just not the cleanest of performances from this squad. Jenna Ash, great serve there, going to grant herself an ace. And we're going to see a timeout being called by Toccoa Falls. We're going to have to talk about a couple things here. Try to sort out a potential comeback. Lead being cut down to just 2. Toccoa Falls still leads 16-4 here in the third set.
14.
Matt, before we hop away, any opinions of what the Lions might need to do to get back ahead?
They need to keep things going. They need to make sure that they don't let these attacking errors get the best of them. I think that they're doing a good job of taking advantage of the errors that they've seen from their opponent, and that is really what has kept them alive in this match. We've seen a lot of attacking errors from Toccoa Falls in this match, and we've seen Piedmont really been able to take advantage of that, except for when they've been giving up attacking errors themselves. So if Piedmont's able to clean things up and Toccoa Falls is not, we should see the Lions possibly squeak out a victory here in set number 3. See the Lions break it down in the huddle, as will the Screaming Eagles. Both teams take back to the court. Ash back to serve. I don't know about you, Simon, but I'm hyped.
I'm sore, but excited for the game in front of us here today.
Oh, tennis players, you student athletes, always working out, working hard. Ash back to serve. That one just gets over the net. Cox keeps it up. Schaus, a powerful attack, all for naught as that one gets caught in the net. Doesn't matter how fast the fish swims, it still gets caught when it goes straight into the net.
You're proud of that one, aren't you?
I'll pat myself on the shoulder for that one if you liked it.
You deserve it. It was good. It was good.
All right, Schaus with the attack as that one carries over that back line and ties things up at 16 here.
Jenna Ash on an absolute hot streak. We talked about her killing ability earlier, how many attacks she has been successful in, swinging at 1,000% even earlier in the match, but now she's leading the team in a totally new fashion. That's going to be behind the baseline. Jenna Ash on quite the run. I believe this is point number 5 for her in a row serving, so fantastic job by her to not only keep it in play, stay consistent, but also be so aggressive that it's generating so many issues for Toccoa Falls.
Schaus with the attack kept alive by Ashcraft, set by Manzo, looking for Hubbard. Hubbard with the attack kept alive. And a counterattack by Toccoa Falls, and that one carries over. Be another attacking error. That one by Caitlin Woolett. Ash back to serve again, wasting no time. Set by Cox. Looking for Wolf. Goes through the block of Sconyers. Lions looking to counter. Hubbard with the attack, kept alive by Toccoa Falls. Looking for... oh my gosh, I'm getting tongue-tied here. Azevedo. We see another point for the Lions as Azevedo's attack carries over. Lions were down by 3. Now they lead by 3. It's 19-16. Ash. I think Ash just ran out of juice because that one lands right into the bottom of the net. Just kind of died out there. The ball said, I'm done. I'm done.
Azevedo, the name we've said the most probably for the Screaming Eagles, and that's because she's had 26 total attacks, 5 more than the second player on their team, Thompson. But it's been a rough night for her today. Just 6 kills on those 26 attacks, 8 total hitting errors, so she's swinging in the negatives. It's been a rough night for her, but the nice thing is she's got such a good squad around her that not only is she keeping her head up and still swinging, but other players are also generating a lot of attacks. Wolf herself with 10 kills has been the star for them thus far.
Manzo with the fake set. It results in a point for the Lions. Shaw goes back to serve. It'll be an ace as the Screaming Eagles not able to get a hold of that, and we'll see a timeout called. I believe that was Coach McCormack. I wouldn't think that was Coach McCormack. Her team's running a lot of momentum. It looks like if anyone called a timeout, it might have been, it was in fact the Screaming Eagles. So Coach Katie over for the Screaming Eagles in her first year. And in her first year with Toccoa Falls, they have looked outstanding. We've talked about it all game. They came into this match 7-2 so far. They've won their last 4. They've looked incredible.
And I'm so happy you brought up their head coach because I'm hoping the broadcast catches her a couple times. She gets right on that sideline, and you can just see the passion she has. She's getting vocal. She's jumping up and down, joining in the celebration when they won that second set. So whenever you see someone with that much passion for the sport they're coaching, it's such a beautiful sight to see. So happy she's had success, but not hoping for her to have any success here tonight for the rest of the evening.
I spoke with her before the start of the game. She used to play for Toccoa Falls, and she said, we played Piedmont a couple of times, and they always bring the competition. I just want to see some competitive volleyball here today. We've seen a lot of good volleyball, Coach. I'm sure you're proud to see it. Azevedo. Cox staying up for Azevedo again. Azevedo with the kill. Amelia Azevedo records her 7th kill. That's tied for second with the team with Addison Walters. And now Azevedo with the neon shoes. Back to serve yet again. I'm curious if they glow in the dark. I really am.
You know, gut tells me no, but the way they're colored almost makes you think they do, to be honest.
Manzo bumping it up for Sconyers. Sconyers blocked up front, tight, dances on the tightrope. Lions able to recover. Ashcraft sends it over. Here's the counter by Toccoa Falls. It appears to be tipped up front. Point to Toccoa Falls. Azevedo steps back to serve yet again. 21-19 the score. Lions trying to avoid another giveaway here late in this set. They're 4 points away. Azevedo with the serve. Shaw. Manzo saying up. Ashcraft managed to adjust in midair to send that one over. Here's the attack by Walters. Tipped up front. Diving play by Herman to keep it alive. Attack by Sconyers. Dig by Mindel. Counter by Gerard. Manzo with the set looking for Ashcraft. Ashcraft gets it through. Tipped up, kept alive. Another great rally. We've seen a lot of them tonight. Manzo saying up for Sconyers. Sconyers gets it through. Azevedo. Cox with the setup. Gerard sends it over. Shaw with the diving dig to keep that one going. And the fake set by Manzo results in the point as that one lands right in the middle of the campfire. I used the term correctly, Simon Johnstone. Are you proud of me? Someone give me a CPAP. Oh my gosh.
I am extremely proud, and the other thing I'm proud about with the Piedmont Lady Lions is they threw everything in the kitchen sink at the Screaming Eagles. Fantastic defensive effort by Toccoa Falls, but using Skyers in a one set, then following with a slide. Great job as a house block by Destiny Dietz there. The 6-foot-tall middle shutting down that attack there. Skyers back to serve, just 2 points away from closing out this third set.
Skyers back to serve. As you mentioned, 2 points away. Cox setting up. Attacked by Walters. Shaw with the diving dig to keep it alive. Do the Lions get it over? No, they do not. Manzo popped it up, and Dietz tried to just send it over, but just not able to, as it just keeps getting caught in that messy web of a net right now. We've seen that web collect a lot of balls, a lot of attacking errors so far in this game.
The net is getting his workout in here today for sure.
23-20 the score. Schaus back to serve for Toccoa Falls. Manzo setting up for Dietz. Dietz sends it over. Schaus looking for Cox. Cox with the bump. Attacked by Walters. Shaw looking for Ashcraft. Manzo on the attack, and Manzo with a kill. Oh my gosh, the center rises up. Oh my gosh. Would you have bet on Vanessa Manzo getting a kill in this game?
Absolutely not, but if there's one thing setters are good at, it's knowing positions on the court. She knew that they were going to shift and leave that back corner open. Great job there by rolling it high and deep, giving herself the chance to grab the kill.
Set point for the Lions gets sent into the net. Another attacking error. 21-24. They trail by 3. 10 service errors so far from the Lions. That's a difference of 6, and that's also an issue. Anna Cox back to serve for Toccoa Falls. They trail by 3. They need to rally if they want to win this set. Manzo setting up, looking for Ash. Ash with the attack. Ash with the kill. Ash with the finish. And the Lions take set 3. They lead 2-1. Wow. What a bombastic finish to that third set, Simon.
It was looking bleak towards the middle of the third. The Toccoa Falls Screaming Eagles jumped out to quite the lead. They themselves, quote-unquote, blew a lead here, which was interesting. Great resolve by the Lady Lions to mount their comeback. We asked whether or not they had that in them. They just showed they do, and then some, because not only did they make a comeback, but they gave up barely any points after they started winning a couple. That great service run by Jenna Ash kick-started all of it, and great job by her herself to shut down the set and grab it to lead 2-1 here heading into the fourth.
Lions absolutely relentless. They trailed early in the third, even into the middle of the third. It looked bleak for a moment, like you mentioned, able to come back. Lions take a 2-1 set lead. They won set number 1. They've won set number 3. And now we go into set number 4, and the Lions have a chance to close out this match with a 3-1 set victory. We're going to take a brief break, but when we come back, set number 4, possibly the conclusion of this match. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Welcome back, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. The buzzer has sounded. It's time for set number 4. Lions took set 1 by a final score of 25-21. Then Toccoa Falls took set 2 by a final score of 25-21. And in set number 3, the Lions took set number 3 by a final score of 25-21. Back and forth this entire game. If it ends in 25-21 again, it's numbers nirvana.
If it happens to do that and it goes in favor of Toccoa Falls, on the bright side, 5th set, it won't do that. So we get to see beautiful symmetry up until the 5th set. Then we don't know what's going to happen. But hopefully we don't get to a 5th set. Lady Lions obviously leading 2-1. They win this set. They close out their home opener here in Cave Arena. So they're looking to come out with a lot of momentum. They were a little slow in that 3rd set after dropping the 2nd. I'm sure the morale is going to be higher. I'm sure the confidence is going to be boosted a little bit. So hopefully Vanessa Manzo back to serve is going to kick them off as we jump underway in the 4th set.
Manzo with the serve. We're underway here in set number 4. Screaming Eagles getting set. Mendel looking for, I can't believe I just blanked on her name. I am so sorry. Caitlin Wollett, like wallet but with an O instead of an A. Wollett. Okay. First point is awarded to the Lions after an attacking error from Wollett. Manzo back to serve yet again. Walters set by Cox. Back to Walters, blocked up front, kept alive. Now gets sent over. Hubbard. Manzo setting up for Ash. Ash with the attack. Ash with the kill. Oh my gosh, she has been serial out there.
So much firepower in the arm of Jenna Ash. She's only 5'7", but packs such a punch on the right side of the court. Has been so dangerous all day. Grabs another kill for herself. 12 on the night thus far.
Block up front, kept alive by Ashcraft as that one gets sent over, but it does unfortunately get sent over where the ball's not supposed to touch down. 2-1 Lions lead. First point awarded to the Screaming Eagles here in set number 4. They need to win the set if they want to keep this match going and push it to set number 5. Thompson back to serve. Hubbard set by Manzo. Looking for Ash. Ash blocked up front. Ash keeps it alive. Manzo with the bump. Dietz with the attack. That one gets sent over. Azevedo blocked up front. Another go for Azevedo. That one gets through. This one goes off of the defensive specialist and gets sent back over. Lions trying to keep it alive. Ashcraft with the diving attempt. Unable to keep it up. And the Screaming Eagles tie it up at 2.
Good battle there, and this is what the first 4 points are going to indicate for the rest of the set. We are in for a treat here. As Toccoa Falls serves it back underway, giving out to Manzo, who's going to set it out wide to Ashcraft, who's going to grab herself another kill, getting a tool off of the left side of the Screaming Eagles.
Ashcraft with another kill. She came in leading the team in kills so far. All the games have been on the road, and Kaylee Ashcraft, 58 kills is what she came in with. And, oh my goodness, she just painted the corner! Kaylee Ashcraft with another service ace. Her 4th so far. Ashcraft back to serve yet again, up 4-2. Mendel. Cox bumping it up for Azevedo. Azevedo gets it through, kept alive by Ashcraft. Attacked by Hubbard. Off of Mendel, gets sent back over to the Lions side. A setup for Ash, who pops it over off of Mendel all the way into our stat table. Great heads-up play by Chad Hall, Danielle Percival, and Davis Barlow down there. Lions take a 3-point lead. Ashcraft is back to serve yet again. Ashcraft sends that one into the side of the net. Another service error. I believe that is the 11th we've seen from the Lions in this match, and I'm correct on that. Wolf is back to serve for Toccoa Falls. Manzo looking for Hubbard. Hubbard blocked up front. Whistle blown. Point awarded to Toccoa Falls as we see a Lion go into the net. 5-4 Lions lead. Wolf back to serve yet again. You see the reception from Herman. Ash with the attack sends it straight into the side of the net. 5-5 the score. Screaming Eagles have come back to tie things up here early in set number 4. Wolf with the serve. Herman. Manzo sets it up for Ash. Ash tips it over. Set for Woollett. Rejected up front. And we see Shouse with the attack. That one gets sent into the side of the net. A plethora of attack errors from both sides in this match. And in case you're curious, Toccoa Falls, although close, has not gotten out of that negative hole yet. They're at negative .016 with their hitting percentage right now.
Talking about problems so far in both of these matches and for both of these teams. Piedmont has been service error. Once again, Taylor Herman this time falling victim to the net. Yet another service error by Piedmont. That's going to render their 12th on the evening, but they still are sitting interlocked at 6 between them and the Screaming Eagles. What an attack by Jessica Scott! Flying in off of that beautiful set by Manzo, grabbing herself another kill here tonight.
Strong attack by Jessica Sconyers. Ash with the serve, wasting no time. Looking for Azevedo. Azevedo with the kill. What a response by Toccoa Falls to even this up, back and forth. Oh my goodness, this is going to be an exciting set number 4. Azevedo will go back to serve for Toccoa Falls. Ash. Manzo looking for Hubbard. Hubbard sends it over. Set by Cox looking for Shouse. Shouse is rejected up front by Sconyers. Walters, and this time it's kept alive by Hubbard. Manzo with the fake set. Manzo with the point. Vanessa Manzo has been absolutely diabolical from that center position and absolutely devious with the fake sets tonight.
She was setter number 1 so far in those first couple matches that we saw, the first 8 in total, having a ton of assists. I believe around 185 is the number that she had, and proving once again why she's such a weapon, able to be in the front row and dump a set over to a team not really aware.
A block up front by Sconyers. Here's another attempt by Walters. Another block by Sconyers. Another set by Cox. This time looking for Shouse. Goes through the block by Sconyers. Here's the attack by Ashcraft. Shaw with the dig. Ashcraft bumps it back over. Shaw sends it into the net. What a play by Ashcraft to keep it alive for the Lions, and they lead by 2.
Tough night so far for Paige Shouse. Overall, it's just not been a day she's going to want to remember. 15 total attacks on the night, 7 hitting errors, and swinging in negative 400. So tough day for her at the office. Luckily, Wolf has been helping her out this time. It's going to be Jaden Gerard, for the delay, grabbing herself the kill. Lead going to be 1 in advantage of the Lady Lions as Shouse drops back to serve.
Shouse sends this one into the side of the net. 10-8, Lions lead. 15 points away from taking the match. Sconyers will step back to serve. There's been a lot of errors by both sides, as far as services, as far as attacking errors. But we've seen a lot go through, like that one. Ashcraft sends it back over. Cox setting up for Wolf. Manzo meets it at the front of the net, and Manzo with another point. Vanessa Manzo, the setter, met the middle blocker, Wolf, and sends it over for the Lions for the point. How about an underdog matchup right there? That was a David versus Goliath point right there. And how about Wolf? That one gets sent all the way into the stands after careening off of Jessica Sconyers. 11-9 the score total.
Jessica Sconyers, a middle, not typically fighting herself in the back line, but with the serving run she just went on, good effort by her back there. Lady Lions looking to continue the momentum. Set out to Dietz on the slide. going to be shut down by the Soaring Eagles. They trail by just one, 10-11 here.
That was Sierra Wolf yet again. Cox back to serve. Ash, set by Manzo. Fake set by Manzo. Another point courtesy of Vanessa Manzo. Wow, she has come alive, and now she's going back to serve. We're going to be saying her name all set. Mindel. Cox looking for Walters. That one goes over. Does it find the line? No, it does not. Point awarded to the Lions. Manzo goes back to serve. 13-10 the score. Lions just 12 points away. They've passed the halfway mark. Walters. Wolf looking for Woollett. Blocked up front by Dietz. Mindel sets it over. Attack by Ash. Dietz will push it back over. Cox looking for Walters. Manzo. Herman looking for Ashcraft. Ashcraft gets it through. Ashcraft gets the kill.
One of the tightest windows we've seen so far in this match. Ashcraft splitting the antenna and the outside blocker of Toccoa Falls. Great accuracy there by Ashcraft, showcasing why she was a kill leader heading into this match.
You talk about threading the needle. She just shot the thread through the needle, and now we see a volleyball leak through into the court. That's a penalty on the ball boys. Cox setting this up for Wolf. Herman keeps it alive. Manzo setting up for Ash. Ash with the attack gets through the block. Woollett. Cox. Now gets sent over. Shaw with the diving dig. Attack by Ashcraft. Manzo. Herman looking for Jenna Ash. Ash pops it over the top, and Jenna Ash with another kill. Oh my goodness. 14 kills for Jenna Ash. I think that's more than the total that she's had when she came into this game. Manzo with the serve. Screaming Eagles getting set. That's going to be one hit too many to get it back over. The Lions are rallying right now, roaring in fact. They lead by 6.
Jenna Ash, the kill leader, but one thing I just noticed when looking at the stat leaders is Vanessa Manzo obviously leading the team in assists. She's back to serve to continue this run. She has 6 kills. She's tied for second on the team with total kills. Destiny Dietz there, gonna have an incredible block, roofing the opponent. Toccoa Falls, hands going up in the air, scratching their heads. They're gonna have to figure out an answer to this incredible Lady Lions run. Vanessa Manzo leading the charge with assists, second on the team in kills. She's been quite the performer here today. Toccoa Falls gonna have to find an answer to not only her, but the weapons hitting, such as Jenna Ash, Jessica Sconiers, Katie Hubbard, and of course, Ashcraft herself.
Toccoa Falls has just seemed to run out of steam, it looks like, in this 4th set. Is that what you've noticed?
I think it's just momentum, if anything. There were a couple, I don't want to call it lazy, but interesting decisions made by some of the Soaring Eagles, to say the least.
Lackadaisical.
A couple times where, they went for some form of attack. A couple passes that went awry where, from my perspective, it looked like had they just moved a little bit with a more intensity, moved with a little bit more intention, they could have been able to generate a stronger attack. But on the other side, you have to give credit where credit is due. The Lady Lions are on fire right now. I mean, when your setter is seeing the court the way she is, serving as well as she is, and all your hitters are finding angles, finding spots, swinging smart, which is the biggest takeaway for me right now. They're swinging where they need to put it, where the Screaming Eagles are letting them hit. That has been their biggest advantage thus far.
Lions 8 points away from their 2nd win of the season. First win in the home opener. And we see the response from Toccoa Falls. 11-17, they trail by 6. And Thompson will go back to serve here. Shaw, set by Manzo, looking for Ash. Ash gets it through, kept alive by Mendel. Looking for Azevedo. Sorry, that one's just sometimes just tries to get away from me there. And we'll see another kill for the Lady Lions. I think you can guess who that was.
I feel your pain when it comes to getting Azevedo's name confused because my brain constantly goes to the hair care brand Aveda. So I know how you feel in terms of that name being difficult to pronounce. Ashcraft, though, going to serve it. Azevedo could not get it to the setter. Bit of a miscommunication there is going to land in the middle between a couple of Screaming Eagles, and the Lady Lions continue to roar their way towards the conclusion of the fourth set. 19-11 is the score. Ashcraft back to serve.
Miscommunication seemed to be the perfect word. And what a picturesque placement. Oh my goodness. And we see the slip and slide celebration over on the Piedmont sideline. Oh my gosh, they lead by 9, 5 points away. Ashcraft into the side of the net. Give and take, it's give and take.
You know, with a lead like this, we know this team is capable of a comeback. Don't get me wrong. Toccoa Falls isn't a team you say, oh, this set is over with. But you're up 8. You had one incredible run, back-to-back short runs with the combination of Manzo and Ashcraft. And with players like Jen Ash swinging like that, usually finding the court, it's okay to have a service error with this type of lead.
I'm not sure if that was the Apollo 11 or what, but that I can confirm that we did just see a rocket take off. A set for Dietz. Dietz dumps it over. Screaming Eagles trail by 17. Cox sent it over. What a play! Hubbard with the attack, kept alive by Thompson. Cox looking for Wolf. Does Wolf find the line? Yes, she does. You know, we haven't seen the Screaming Eagles come back from 8. We've seen them come back from 5. But if they manage to come back from 8 at this point, they deserve set number 5. Wolf looking for Cox. A set for Azevedo. It's tipped up front. I don't know by whom. But it's another point for Toccoa Falls. They trail by 5. Wolf back to serve. Manzo with the fake set. This time, Toccoa Falls is ready for it. And Azevedo sends it over. They now trail by 4. 20-16. Who remembers something interesting from 2016?
How about my favorite baseball team, in complete sarcasm as a Brewers fan, Chicago Cubs, winning the World Series after a 100-year drought.
They broke the dreaded curse of the goat. Manzo getting set. Hubbard sends that one over. Cox keeps it alive. Thompson looking for Azevedo. Azevedo with another kill. Toccoa Falls picking up steam, trails by 3, and we see a timeout from Coach McCormack.
The combination of Wolf and Azevedo right now is completely lethal and devastating towards this Ladies Lions defense. It has been tough for them to shut down this attack, and that last one was just them pressing their hands over. Really, all of these points that they're losing right now is an element of one little minor mistake they need to fix. One of the attacks that they rolled in from Azevedo, it was just shifting the cover because you knew she wasn't going to take off, so you step in a little bit to take that space away. Those little adjustments are exactly what Jamie McCormack, head coach of the Lady Lions, are going to point out right now, and I'm sure they'll be able to right the ship against Sierra Wolf's lethal serve. It's not going to be an easy task, but it's something they're very capable of, and I'm sure that they'll be able to get a side out very soon.
The Screaming Eagles have been on a killing spree like they're working for the Godfather's Mafia out there. Sierra Wolf, 15 kills so far. That's tied with Jenna Ash for the most in this match. Addison Walters and Amelia Azevedo, both with 11 for Toccoa Falls. Wolf back to serve. They trail by 3. Hubbard. Manzo with the set. Looking for Ash, blocked up front. Ash keeps it alive off of a couple of arms for the Lions. And the Screaming Eagles trail now by 2. They've gotten 6 unanswered points.
Speaking of screaming, I know somewhere is going to be screaming at that miscommunication. The setter and outside hitter are just not combining heads, but no time to hang your head on that. Katie Hubbard with a fantastic attack. Wolf going to call off the rest of her teammates, sending it on over. Manzanou, the set to Dietz. Going to find the middle of the court. Fantastic kill by Dietz. Finally shuts down the impressive run by Toccoa Falls. The lead is now sitting at 21-18 in favor of the Lady Lions. Taylor Herman back to serve.
Destiny Dietz seemingly fulfilling a little bit of destiny for the Lions here in the home opener. They're 4 points away. And how about Wallet with the kill? Putting the Screaming Eagles back in it. They trail by 2. What a response. I can just tell you right now, seeing Wallet in the warm-ups, Coach Katie was on fire. I could tell Wood has been working on that craft, on that attack all season long. That's something that she's been looking to improve on, and that has to make her coach proud. As with the attack blocked up front. Ashcraft, Manzo looking for Hubbard. Hubbard punches it over. It's kept alive by the Screaming Eagles. Sounds with the attack off of the defensive specialist, and we hear a whistle being blown there.
Jessica Scanier is going to be the victim of that call. She touched the net on the way up to try and block Schaus's attack. And speaking of Wallet, we talked about how good she was in the warm-up. The head coach, so excited to see her. Believe it or not, that was her first kill of the night. A sleeper, but what a time to get it. Lady Lions, Jenna Ash on the attack on the right side. Going to be handled with the net as well as a pass. Ball sent over to Manzo now. Scanier's on the attack. Going to be touched. Fantastic save by Mindel. Ball going back and forth. Joust up on the right side by Jenna Ash. It's anyone's game. Another joust. And oh my goodness, Paige Schaus.
Almost clotheslined herself in the net there.
Definition of putting her body on the line. Good effort by both teams. Glad to see that she's up and okay. Lady Lions sitting just 3 points away. Heavily contested fourth set. 22-20 is the score.
You know, there are a lot of joints in the human body that you don't want to see bend a direction they're not supposed to bend. I think the head's at the top of that list. Thompson, set by Cox. Azevedo with the attack, kept alive by Ashcraft as that one pops back over. Azevedo dumps it back over, and oh my goodness, the Screaming Eagles have screamed back into this, down by 1, 22-21. Lions are 3 points away. Azevedo back to serve here in a tightly contested set number 4 in what seems to be a winner-take-all set right now. Azevedo sends it over, and the Lions aren't ready for that one as that one hits the hardwood. It's evened up.
Great short serve by Azevedo. Head coach Jamie McCormack going to call a timeout here. Azevedo, though, what a set she is having for herself. Up to 12 kills on the night. She started super slow. So many hitting errors. Next thing you know, she's swinging in the positives at about 100. She's been serving fantastically in that last play against Vanessa Manzo. That tip to the side is so smart. It shows off her real volleyball IQ because she knew that she could get over Manzo, but she put it in the perfect spot where no one else would be able to cover that ball. So her awareness, her attentivity to make sure that she's putting the ball exactly where the Lady Lions can cover has been so impressive thus far. We're all knotted up here at 22-all. It's anyone's game.
It's a Taylor Swift score. Both teams are feeling 22 right now. 22 points on the scoreboard. I had to go there. I'm sorry. I think the secret is out. Apparently, my friends have let me know. Matt, I think you're out of the closet as far as being a secret Taylor, like a secret Swiftie. Miscommunication by the Lions as they let that one fall back down to earth. And I think that the hearts of the Lions faithful just fell back down to earth. The Lions, they were up by 8, now trailed by 1. Azevedo back to serve. Ash, Manzo with the set looking for Scanier. Scaniers with the attack off of Mindel. Cox looking for Azevedo. Azevedo with the attack off of Herman. Another point, and the Screaming Eagles lead by 2 with a match point to push it to set number 5. Azevedo back to serve. Can the Lions rally? They're down by 2. Ash. Manzo same for Scanier. Scaniers with the attack off of Mindel. Cox looking for Walters. Kept alive by Ashcraft. Manzo with the fake set off of one eagle. Cox now looking for Azevedo. She bumps it over. Ash, Manzo, a set for Hubbard. Hubbard gets it through the block up front. Souse at the top. Gets sent under the net by Cox. A point for the Lions. They're down by 1. No room for error here in set number 4. The Lions, they need 3. They need to win by 2.
Great effort by Katie Hubbard here. Going to get a well-deserved breather as Mary Grace Shaw checks in for her. The awareness from after the attack to jump right back up and out-joust Shausa is exactly what they needed to cut this lead down to just 1.
Match point still for Toccoa Falls. Off the block. There's the point. Toccoa Falls, Screaming Eagles, takes set number 4. We're all tied up 2 sets apiece going into set number 5 here in Cave Arena. Can the Lions win their home opener in the most emphatic, dramatic fashion you've ever seen, pushing this to 5 sets? We see Manzo and we see Gerard talking to the official down at the net. It's do or die time for the Lady Lions. Coach Katie of Toccoa Falls said she wanted to see some good volleyball today. I think she's gotten her wish. I'm not sure if it's her birthday, but if it is, that's one heck of a birthday wish come true.
It has been quite the impressive set, quite the impressive match. It has been anything but, or has been everything and then some when it comes to entertainment. Who says that volleyball isn't for the faint of heart? This is exactly what we mean. The dramatics itself has been amazing. I have been so invested in this match. This home opener has been fantastic. If you're a student at Piedmont University, have alums or have children themselves as you're watching this on the YouTube channel that attend this school, make sure to let them know that volleyball is back here at Piedmont University. It has been quite the opener, and it sucks that some people are missing out on such an amazing match. When it comes to the 5th set, though, both teams don't have a lot to figure out. You're 4 sets in. You've split with your opponents. You both won 2. You know how they play. You figured out what's working for you and what isn't working for you. So now it's time to identify your strengths, figure out some things that aren't working or some areas to improve on, and you got to lock down those areas, tighten it up. Obviously, for the Lady Lions, it's going to be service errors. Just making sure to get that point in play is so imperative, especially in a set that only goes to 15. And on the other side, for Toccoa Falls, they've been doing well. They cleaned up their biggest error, which is the attacking errors. They started out flying balls, hitting into the middle of the net. All of a sudden now, players like Azevedo have absolutely lit up the court and have turned this match into an evenly contested affair. Looking at the records at the start of the evening, no one would have thought we would have seen this gone to 5. Everyone had the optimism that the Lady Lions would pull it out, but with the record of 1-7 and across the court being 8-2, numerically speaking, it wasn't an even matchup, but the Lady Lions have proved that numbers don't mean the whole story. So I am excited to see exactly how this 5th set concludes.
You talk about numbers not making the whole story. Here's some numbers that we've been talking about all day. Toccoa Falls, they were very slow out of the gate as far as the attacking or the hitting percentage. They have finally hit the positive margin. They're sitting at .048. They have come alive in this last set. Lions at .1 right now, still having the better hitting percentage right now. It's going to come down to which team comes in clutch with those, with the hitting percentage. Who's going to be more consistent? Who is going to be more precise? Who is going to avoid the mistakes and avoid the errors? And who's going to take advantage when their opponent does make an error? Buzzer's about to go off. Let's get set with set number 5. Do or die, winner take all. Silence in Cave Arena, except for myself as I hear my own echo.
It's quite an odd phenomenon, isn't it?
I'm wearing headphones.
Commentating a match, wearing headphones, hearing your own voice in your own head while you're calling the match. And next thing you know, dead silence at the beginning of a 5th set. This place should be rocking. I'm sure the energy will pick up very soon, but
no.
both teams so locked in that they themselves are just focused on the task at hand, which is coming off to a strong start. They don't have much time and as much leeway to drop and give up an early run because, again, we're only going to 15 points here in this fifth set, so it's anyone's game. And what the Lady Lions have done so well so far in these first 4 sets is come off to a strong start. So if they can keep that trend going, they'll be sitting in a very good position come the end of this fifth set.
I just hope that it left them hyped up for this fifth set. And we are underway. Ashcraft sends it over. Mindel keeps it alive. Cox with the set, looking for Wallet. Hubbard. Manzo looking for Ash. Ash sends it over. Mindel gets it. Set by Cox, looking for, I can't believe I'm looking on her name right now. Walters with the kill. Walters with the first point of set number 5. Screaming Eagles lead here. Anna Cox back to serve again. Hubbard, a set by Manzo, looking for Jenna Ash. Ash with the attack blocked up front. Manzo set. Dietz sends it over, kept alive by Wallet. A set by Cox. Wolf sends it over. Manzo saying it for Ash. Ash attack. Blocked up front. Sent into the announcing table. Well, not the announcing table. That's where we are. That's the stat table. And we're all notched up at 1. Kaylee Ashcraft goes back. And oh my goodness, the young freshman has been nothing short of stellar tonight.
She has had quite the day herself for the Lady Lions. Ashcraft with 5 kills on the evening, a bunch of attacks, and 6 aces is the big stat as Herman and Ashcraft try to scramble back to keep that ball alive, not to be. Toccoa Falls grabbing the 3rd point of this 5th set, going up 2-1 here, but you're absolutely right. Ashcraft, as a freshman, hopped into the starting lineup, has been serving fantastically, leading the team in aces, leading the team in kills. She's been impressive so far in the early stages of her career.
Thompson back to serve, leading by 1. Manzo looking for Ash. Ash gets it over, kept alive. Mindel looking for Azevedo. Azevedo blocked up front. Screaming Eagles can't keep it contained. Herman goes back to serve. It's all tied up at 2. Back and forth we go. Could you think of a more picturesque way to end this? Herman sends it into the net. Service error. We talked about that's the one thing Piedmont really needs to avoid doing here in this 5th set with a game on the line. That is the 14th service error in this match. Wolf back to serve. Herman. Manzo at the set looking for Sconyers. Sconyers gets it down and gets the point. It's tied up at 3.
Fantastic combination of Manzo and Sconyers. Sconyers elevating into the air before Manzo even had the ball in her hands. That's that 1-2 punch that they're so good at generating. Ash now back to serve, found Azevedo. Azevedo back in the attack. Herman gonna dig it up top. Called out by Ashcraft. Katie Hubbard now going to roll the ball. It's going to find itself wide. Back and forth affair so far in this 5th set. We are in for a tasty treat for the rest of this 5th. This is how it's going to be going.
Gerard's going to sub in for Toccoa Falls. The question right now is which team is going to pull away here? Gerard back to serve. Herman. Set by Manzo. Looking for Hubbard. Hubbard gets it through. Kept alive by Thompson. Gerard. Ash keeps it alive. Manzo with the fake set. Mindel keeps it going. Manzo with the set, looking for Hubbard. Hubbard gets it through, blocked up front. Hubbard pops it up. Sconyers with the attack, gets it through. Gerard sticks an arm out, keeps it going. Manzo with the attack. Again, the Screaming Eagles keep going. A whistle is blown. Point awarded to Toccoa Falls. I believe a Piedmont Lion hit the net. Or rather, it looks like it was a double touch, a double hit.
It's going to be on Vanessa Manzo. She caught the net at some point on her attempt to block. Good effort by both squads. Such a good back and forth point there. Lady Lions going to have to recuperate here, trailing by 2 so far.
Sconyers with the attack, kept alive by Thompson. Cox looking for Shouse. Shouse overshoots her mark. That's happened quite a lot. Coach for Toccoa is trying to argue it. Looks to see if it was tipped. What is the ruling here? Coach Katie really pleading that case. Maybe she had a degree in law. I'm not really sure.
Law or psychology, trying to play to the side refs strengths and weaknesses perhaps, but seems to not be beneficial for her Screaming Eagles, as Lady Lions are still going to drop back to serve. Looks like Mary Grace Shaw is going to be the one serving it up.
Mindel, Thompson looking for Azevedo. Azevedo with the attack. Azevedo overshoots it a little bit, trying to get it through the hands of the blockers, and Lions even it up at 5 here in set number 5. Oh my goodness, it's a Cinco Fiesta. 5-5 in set number 5. That's probably the only time I'm ever going to say Cinco Fiesta.
Yeah.
I'm going to treasure that for the rest of my life. Azevedo wiping up some condensation on the hardwood. Don't want anyone to slip. Shaw back to serve. Tied up at 5. Pop back over. Sconier sends it back over. Cox looking for Shouse. Shouse blocked up front by Sconiers. A whistle blown. And they'll say Sconiers came down and caught the net. A net violation, a Cosley net violation, awards a point to Toccoa Falls. Azevedo back to serve. They lead by 1, 9 points away. Remember, set 5 only goes to 15. Shaw, set by Manzo, looking for Sconiers. Sconiers pops it over, kept alive by Mindel. Cox, kept alive by Ashcraft. Manzo looking for Ashcraft. Ashcraft gets it through the blocks. Mindel, Cox setting it up. Popped over the top by Walters, kept alive by Ash. Attacked by Sconiers, doesn't catch the net, no. Does not catch that back corner. Does not catch a blocker. Screaming Eagles lead by 2, 7-5, 8 points away from taking the set and spoiling the home opener for the Lions.
Someone we haven't been highlighting nearly enough for the Screaming Eagles is the libero, Julia Mindel. She leads the team with 24 digs, have been so well and kept so many points alive. And
the moment you bring that up, the hand just passes through her hands.
Of course.
You are
I am gifted in the joys of the commentator's curse. It's kind of how it works.
It's witchcraft.
Anytime I'm positive towards a certain group, all of a sudden, next thing you know, it goes poorly in their favor as Sconiers nearly doesn't reach the net on that service attempt. Service error number 15 here so far in this game. They trail by 2, 6-8.
And we'll see the two teams switch sides. As now we have reached the halfway point for Toccoa Falls. 8-6 the score. And you know, I feel like if we were still in Salem back in the 18th century, you'd probably have a whole mob trying to burn you at the stake right now for witchcraft with how you've been on point with the commenter's curse so far in this match, Simon Johnstone.
It would be incredibly likely, but shifting our focus back to the 5th set, we've got Paige Schaus here back to serve. She went on quite an amazing run in that 3rd set, helped then lead a comeback. Good exchange here. Toccoa Falls set out to who else but Wolf, grabbing yet another kill. I believe that's number 14 or that's number 17 here tonight. That is an incredible stat line for a middle, for any player really. Sierra Wolf having herself quite the night, hitting almost 500 every other swing she has. It's going to be a kill. That is scary to look at across the net. Someone's going to have to find some water and douse her out because right now she is on fire.
The momentum really has been with Toccoa Falls, and they've been getting loud. The Screaming Eagles have been doing just that. It's been turning the tide, and the Lions have been seemingly silenced so far here in set number 5. 9-6 the score right now. 6 points away for Toccoa Falls, and you can see them. They are eager to get back onto that hardwood right now. Coach Jamie McCormack. I don't know why I blanked on McCormack. Coach Jamie McCormack trying to inspire and light a fire in these Lions as they take back to the court here in set number 5. 9-6 the score. Schaus back to serve. Out there on the floor for the Lions. Dietz, Ashcraft, Manzo, Herman, Shaw, and Ash. The Piedmont faithful getting loud right now. It's the student section making some noise. Schaus with the serve. Shaw Set by Manzo. Correction, fake set by Manzo. Kept alive. Shaw. Manzo looking for Ashcraft. Ashcraft blocked up front. Shaw. Dietz. They say it goes into the side of the net. It was not blocked up front. 10-6 the score.
Tough play there. I like the idea to dump it, but beautiful defensive effort. That time from Jaden Gerard. One arm, fist up in the air, pops it up, and sets up a beautiful opportunity to keep that point alive.
Shouts. Ash. Herman looking for Ashcraft. Ashcraft with the attack off of Shouts. Kept alive by Toccoa Falls. Shaw. Manzo setting up for Dietz. Dietz with the attack. Kept alive by Gerard. Cox looking for Gerard. Gerard pumps it over. Ash. Manzo with the set. Looking for Ashcraft. Ashcraft gets it through the block. Gerard. Set by Cox. An attack by Wolf. Kept alive by Herman. Off of Herman into the stands. 11-6. Oh my goodness. 4 points away for Toccoa Falls from spoiling the home opener for Piedmont. Shouts is back to serve again. Shouts overshoots it. It was a service error that turned the tide for the Screaming Eagles as they were able to gain some momentum.
Could that be the point that everyone thinks back on? Look who's back to serve, no other but Vanessa Manzo. She has been en fuego so far here tonight. Good serve there to get the point underway.
Set by Cox, looking for Wolf, blocked up front. Dietz sends it back over. Gerard tips it up. Cox looking for Wolf. Wolf gets it through and gets the kill. There are enough kills on this floor for it to be Call of Duty. I mean, seriously. Wow. Just wow. Shaw. Manzo with the set. Looking for Ash. Ash is blocked up front. Point is awarded to the Lions as that one careens out of bounds. 12-8 the score. Screaming Eagles need 3. Lions trail by 4. Ashcraft back to serve. She leads the team in service aces. Probably one of the better people you could have back there. Ashcraft gets it over. Mindel looking for Wallet. Wallet sends it into the net. Actually, it's blocked up front by Destiny Dietz. Point award to the Lions. They trail by 3.
Good job by Destiny Dietz. She did exactly what she had to do, which is pressing her hands forward, getting them over across the top of the net. The ball does the rest of the work for you and shoots straight down, so great defensive block there by Dietz.
Ashcraft gets another ace! That could have come at a better time for the Lions. They trail by 2, 5 points away. Let's go Piedmont, filling the cave. I got goosebumps right now. Ashcraft back to serve. Mindel. Wolf. Taken over by Harrison. Manzo looking for Ash. Ash with the attack. It gets through. Jenna Ash with another kill. Wolf and Ash have been the killing leaders on the floor right now for both sides. And the Lions trail by 1.
Lions constantly riding this wave of momentum. They're not doing anything insanely special. They're just playing so much more. They're playing smarter. They're playing more connected. As what a spot!
Oh my God!
Ashcraft grabs herself an ace. Not only ties up the game, but just kills the energy, kills the optimism for Toccoa Falls. Great serve there by Ashcraft.
Kaylee Ashcraft, the freshman, with 2 serves. Serving aces in just this one rally. And now the score's tied up at 12. Both teams are 3 points away. Wallet sends it through. Kept alive by Herman. Manzo looking for Hubbard. She gets it over. Mindel. Sent over. Manzo with the set looking for Ash. Ash blocked up front. Herman keeps it alive. Manzo looking for Hubbard. Hubbard blocked up front. Manzo. Dietz pops it over. Cox. Manzo with the set, looking for Hubbard. Hubbard with the attack. Hubbard with the kill! The Lions rally back! They're up 13-12. Timeout. Toccoa Falls. Lions 2 points away after trailing by 4. Oh my gosh, I need a break. I need some water. Oh my goodness. Simon, I need words. What are we seeing right now?
You have got to be kidding me. At the start and middle of this fifth set, you thought it was all Toccoa Falls. You thought it was going to be a heartbreaking defeat in your home opener. Next thing you know, this team has come alive. Players like Jenna Ash, Kaylee Ashcraft, and so many other players supporting have just absolutely turned up in the later stages. They're on an incredible run right now. And the biggest thing to note is they look so organized. They look so well connected, like a well-run machine. And on the other side, the Soaring Eagles are starting to scramble. They're starting to get a little panicky because they're now finally blowing a lead. This is exactly what the Lady Lions have been hoping for so long.
Ashcraft back to serve. The Lions need 2. Cox with the set. Wolf with the attack. Blocked up front by Dietz. Mindel looking for Lloyd. Lloyd pops it over. Manzo. Herman for Hubbard. Hubbard with the attack. Through the hands of Mindel. Lions 1 point away from claiming the home opener in set number 5.
Katie Hubbard with such an incredible swing there. She didn't do too much. She just went at the top of the hand to the right side blocker, got the tip. Lady Lions facing a set point here in set number 5. What an incredible comeback. Ashcraft back to serve yet again.
Harrison, Cox with the set. Wolf sends it over. Ash, Manzo, match point for the Lions. Off of the Eagle. Lions win. Lions win. They come back from 4 down late in set number 5 to win the home opener. 3 sets to 2. Lions win. Oh my goodness. Simon Johnstone, do you believe in miracles?
How about that for a home opener? Lady Lions showing exactly why everyone within the area of Demarest, Cornelia, and all surrounding cities should come to Cave Arena to witness such an incredible performance. You got the dramatics, you got the highs, the lows of such an entertaining match that lasted just over 2 hours. It was such an incredible battle from both teams. Both teams rode waves of momentum, had to dig deep to mount a comeback. Multiple times we saw the Soaring Eagles have a comeback of their own, from 5 points twice, from 8 points once. On the other side, when it mattered most, when the backs were against the wall, the Lady Lions found it within themselves to mount one last comeback, to have one last fight. Next thing you know, they're coming out of here with a win. What an incredible opening night here in Cave Arena for the Lady Lions.
Wow. Just wow. Coach Katie from Toccoa Falls said she wanted good volleyball. That was what we just got here tonight. Her Screaming Eagles put up one heck of a fight, and it came down to the bitter end in the last set, and the Lions able to come up when it matters most. They rally with 7 unanswered points in the last set to claim the match. Who do we start with? Who was the star of the night? I think we got to start with the lady who just eked out the top killing award. The person who just had the top kill streak, and that's Jenna Ash. 19 kills in this match. Absolutely unreal. She came into this match and she only had, she had 28 kills. She almost matched her total.
That was an incredible performance by Jenna Ash on the attacking side, but so many other players on this roster played so phenomenally. Of course, the name that comes to my mind immediately was Vanessa Manzo. That's because she did it all. Not only did she have 27 assists, an incredible number in terms of what she was able to produce, but 6 kills as a setter is insane. Her deception from being able to dump balls to just straight up swinging over defenders was amazing. Obviously, we talked about some of the serving issues, but their ability to recover from Ashcraft to Ash herself, to Manzo, to Hubbard, to Sconiers, and so many other names just came up big when it mattered most. They had to deal with so many comebacks. They were looking defeat straight in the eyes. You blink, next thing you know, they're ahead. They had set point. They never looked back once Ashcraft grabbed the ball, and that is credit to not only her phenomenal serving, but their entire team's ability to continuously fight.
Kaylee Ashcraft, 8 service aces. She had 2 to help rally the team back when they were down by 4 and help lead the team to victory in that last set. Lions take their second win of the season. They now improve their record to 2-7. Toccoa Falls picks up their third loss. They fall now to 7-3. Piedmont's next game will be on the 20th against Wesleyan at 6 p.m. We can confirm the next home game will be versus Belhaven on the 23rd. So at the very latest, you will see us again then. But that's going to do it here from Cave Arena tonight. From Matt Katrowski, Simon Johnstone, Danielle Percival and her amazing staff, Nathan Mix, and James Whitmer running the camera and the stat board for us. Thank you so much for joining us from Cave Arena. Good night from the home opener. God bless you all. We will see you next time.